What's up, everybody? This is Jose with Oakland Latinos United, aka Oakland Latinos Unidos, on here with a new video, a new spill for you guys to enjoy. Well, it's been a couple days since I've done a spill, so I want to do one today. And today, the spill we're going to be talking about is the No Jumper interview with the rapper from Santa Rosa named Bands from Rosa. And I finally got to see that interview yesterday. I checked it out. Seen a couple of other reactions to it, and I'm going to give you my reaction, my take on it, and what I felt. Now, before I do any video on No Jumper, I'm not a supporter of No Jumper. I don't care for Adam 22. I think he's a weirdo. I think he tries, in the past, has tried to silence Raza and also start drama between Raza, so I'm not his biggest fan or biggest supporter. And with that being said, you know what I mean? He has opened the doors, at least in Southern California, to rappers from Northern California. And, you know, this would be, I guess, technically his third Northern California, I guess, rapper or personality on his podcast. I guess he had one of the dudes from a crew called the Backpack Boys. He also had Lazy Boy, which was a big thing. And now he had this dude Bands from Santa Rosa. And you know, let me tell you before I get into it, before this, I had kind of heard about that dude Bands, but I wasn't too familiar with him. Again, I'm a little out of touch. I can't lie. I'm not really up to date with a lot of these new school rappers, you feel me? But, you know, he is a dude who's from the North Bay, from Santa Rosa. And for those who don't know, that's like really up north going, you know, not towards Ukiah, but it's definitely like going towards Napa. It is a 707. It is a part of the Bay Area. It does have a rap history. I mean, you had the Funk Soldiers, Los Pistoleros were from there. Also, Ray Love is from Santa Rosa. So there have been representatives in the past of Santa Rosa. So this guy Bands wouldn't be the first. But he is one of the new school rappers who's doing it out there. And looks like he's working with a lot of people from the Bay Area, including Gold Toe. So I will break it down. So basically, he did an interview with No Jumper on with Adam 22, and you know, the dude was kind of hyphy. You know what I mean? Kind of more. He reminded me more of an East Bay cat, or a San Francisco cat. You know, I haven't met too many people from Santa Rosa, and the few I've met weren't as urban, to me at least. They were more on the Chicano side, but maybe that's just the old generation. Maybe the newer generation is different, you feel me? As far as the city of Santa Rosa, I'm not too familiar with their hoods. I do know they have, South Park and Roseland, and I think West 9th in that area, but I've been to Santa Rosa, but I'm not as familiar with the city, so I can't speak on it too much. But the interview itself, I mean, it was pretty cool. It was entertaining. You know, dude tells his story. He broke it down, you know, being from Santa Rosa. He also said that he's worked around and lived around. He said he had family in Oakland. I think he said he lived in Oakland at one point. He said he had family in San Francisco. He said he lived in the Tenderloin. He had a dude from Richmond on there. Who came up a little later. You know, so this dude probably got a lot of influences from around the Bay, which is probably the reason why he conducts himself the way he does, you know what I mean? And, you know, not everybody in the Bay is hyphy, but, you know, that's how dude is, you know. Does say the N-word a lot. I'll give you that. He says it a little too much, but, you know, that's him, I guess. You feel me? There are some fools in the Bay, some Chicanos that talk like that. It's not everybody, but there are some, you feel me? But other than that, you know, yeah, you know, it went cool. I don't see nothing wrong with it. You know, he spoke his piece. He talked about growing up in the Bay, growing up in Santa Rosa. He talked about his rap career. He talked about going to jail. He talked about a lot of different things, you know what I mean? I didn't hear him too much diss the South. If anything, you know, he said that he respects his enemies, you know what I mean, which is a respectful thing to say. He wasn't like, all screw those Sureños or anything like of that nature. It was more like, I respect my enemies, and I like some of the stuff we do, and yeah, we know what's going on out here, according to what he said. And it is true, because a lot of us, you know, even up here, we watch a lot of podcasts from down there. So there's not a big of a disconnect as we think there is. But he I think he conducted himself cool, maybe just a little hyphy, a little outlandish. You know what I mean? Like, oh yeah, bruh, my nigga, all that stuff. But other than that, I mean, I thought it was pretty cool. He did this Lefty Gunplay. I don't know, seemed like Adam 22 baited him on that one, but he did. He basically called Lefty Gunplay a J-Cat and said that he reminds them of like those J-Cat knock dudes that would be in the hood, like the dope fiend, that you'd be like, hey bro, here's $1, wash my windows, or here's $1, say something stupid for the camera. You feel me? And it's some homeless dudes getting hyphy saying something dumb. You feel me? You've probably seen those kind of videos. So he compared that dude to one of those kind of dudes. You know what I mean? And to me, Lefty Gunplay, yeah, it seems like he's always on one when I see him. That's just my observation. I don't know, but it seems that way. You know what I mean? So that was probably one of the disses he said. He did also say something interesting. He said something that, like, maybe not working together with a Southern California rapper, but maybe something like a banging on wax type thing. Where, and I've said that before in the past, where like a rapper from Northern California, a rapper from Southern California are rapping kind of to each other in the same music video, but not with each other. You know what I mean? And I think that's a dope idea. I think that would be an interesting way to go, because let's face it, like I said, Hollywood is in Southern California and entertainment is in Southern California. And if you want to open doors in entertainment, you have to reach Southern California one way or another. So I think it's a good thing that more Northern California raza is going down there. You know what I mean? And to me, the sad thing is when people make a big deal, like especially people in LA or gang members, that other raza is going down there from up here. And to me, I don't even have a problem with Southern California rappers, even if they're Sureños coming up here. It's like, I don't know, it's like people should be about their money and they should let a lot of these things go, man. Just be about your money. Bring up your community, bring up your people, you feel me? And I'm all for it. If these dudes are about their money and they about making art, even if they're dissing each other, as long as it doesn't hit the streets and people don't take it seriously, because rap comes from dissing each other, battle rap, and even that wouldn't bother me. But lately there's been a lot of people out there, and let's face it, a lot of Southern California podcasters are making up all these conspiracies and saying that all these norteños and all these this and that are coming down south and stirring up the pot where it shouldn't even be stirred up. I said a long time ago that Chicano rap's detriment is gang politics and any kind of Latino rap in California. And that is true to some degree. But I think both sides need to chill out, man. You feel me? And learn to work with each other, or at least around each other, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way y'all gonna make money and come up. You know what I mean? And put raza on the map, because, raza, we're coming up, in the YouTube thing and the hip hop and a lot of things. You feel me? I would say this isn't the first time raza has came up in the rap game, but I think in the old days, the gang politics held it back a lot. You feel me? And, it's a new era, man. It's time for the new generation to break those old customs. And I know that's going to take a lot, and it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of effort, but I think that's dope that what he said about maybe doing, like, I'm saying, like a banging on wax where the Crips and Bloods kind of work together or worked around each other. You know what I mean? A lot of times on the same albums. And it is interesting because a lot of people from Southern California are interested in the Bay and the Northern California. And a lot of people in Northern California are interested in Southern California. It is what it is. We're not that different. We're all the same people. We're all the same raza at the end of the day. Just because I speak Bay Area doesn't mean I ain't raza, that I'm not brown. Just because you talk Chicano or Calo doesn't mean you're more raza than me. Remember that. Don't get it twisted. I may talk the way I talk, and I'm from Northern California, but I'm just as raza as you are. So don't ever forget that. You feel me? But what was one of the other points he made that I wanted to talk about? He talked about maybe rappers collaborating. He talked about respecting his enemies. He dissed Lefty Gunplay. You know what I mean? And there was something else that I wanted to say that he said. Dang it, I can't remember. But overall, I think it was a pretty good interview. You know what I mean? Everyone's always gonna rep for their side. You feel me? He's repping for the Bay. He's repping for Santa Rosa, North Bay, 707. You feel me? And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong. It's like me on my platform. I rep for Oakland and the 510 and the East Bay because that's where I'm from. You feel me? And I say it with pride. But oh yeah, to me, it's kind of crazy how some people. He did mention how some of the Southern California podcasters or some rappers in Southern California talk bad about Northern California or Northern California Chicano rappers, and they're like 7 hours away, and they don't really know much about people up here. You know what I mean? So it's kind of stupid to hate a whole side of California without knowing anything about it, just because you've been indoctrinated to hate us. You know what I mean? And when I mean us, to me, when you say screw Northern California, you're saying all of us, not just gang members. You're talking about civilians too, in my eyes. So when you say screw the Bay or screw this, I feel you're saying screw me too. You feel me? And that's just how I feel. Maybe that's just my bias of being from the Bay, but that's how it is. It is what it is. But I think we need to break free from this BS, and people need to stop tripping about Northern California this and Northern California rappers are going to No Jumper, and oh my God, the Norteños are coming. It's so retarded that Raza is hating on Raza like always. We need to come together, or at least we just need to chill the F out and work together and make our money. You feel me? As far as Adam 22, some people are saying that he's bringing Norteño rappers to kind of diss Sureños or diss Southern California. Whether that's true or not, I look at it like this. If he is trying to do that, don't play into him. Go on his show, do what you got to do, and keep it moving. Like that, he ends up losing at the long run. You feel me? If he's trying to stir the pot, well, then he's not doing it right. You feel me? That's the way I look at it. You feel me? Let him bring more rappers. Norte and Sur, you feel me? Let him do it. Just don't stir up the pot. Don't get baited into something stupid by him. That's it. You feel me? Don't let him have power over you. And that's really all I have to say. It was a good interview. Dude's a little hype for you, like, yeah. He said he was like Costa Rican and Native American, I think he said. And it's not a surprise. Everybody in the Bay Area is Central American, damn near, bro. I mean, there's Chicanos and Mexicanos out here, but there's a lot of Central and South Americans in the Bay Area. Look at me, I'm half Salvadorian, so it doesn't surprise me at all. So it is what it is. We're all Raza at the end of the day, regardless of where you're from, bro. If you from the brown continent, you Raza, period. And that's all I have to say. This is Oakland Latinos United. Jose from the town, from the East Bay, from the 510. Leave it in the comments. Tell me what you think about the video. I'm going to leave a link to the interview if you want to go check it out, if you haven't seen it. And that's all I really have to say. Keep it moving, Raza. Move forward. Let's look beyond these divisions, and let's have a better tomorrow. Late.